local veteran who deserves to be recognized? Go to WJBF.com/Veterans Voices and fill out the nomination form. Then watch News Channel 6 at 5:30 on the third Wednesday of each month as we highlight their amazing stories.
Veterans Voices, sponsored by Universal Plumbing.
Community is the way we find our strength and share our hope. It's the way dinner on the table brings a family closer together. It's the way we make sure his first chapter book is the first step on his path to greatness. It's the way we rally in hard times and rise back up stronger than ever. United is the way we come together so everyone can thrive. Join us at unitedway.org.
Judy Justice, weekday afternoons at 3 on News Channel 6.
Treat your family to a delicious dinner that's easier on the wallet with Bojangles Family Meal. It's bow time.
Right now on News Channel 6 at 5, the search for a missing child in Aiken County.
We'll have the latest on the effort to find her as your news at 5 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 5.
Hello, everybody. I'm Brad Means.
And I'm Jenny Montgomery. Thank you for joining us. Coverage you can count on begins with the search for a missing 4-year-old in Aiken County continuing tonight. Local, state, and federal agencies working urgently to find Javea Harris.
She was last seen last night, as we reported, about 8:30 near the intersection of Hillsborough Street and Ridgecrest Road, just north of the city of Aiken. Deputies say she was wearing pink Minnie Mouse pajamas and Crocs, and that she has pink braids.
News Channel 6's Jartavius Edmond is live now with the latest.
Jenny, this search has been active for hours now, and while deputies aren't saying much about the investigation, the community here is stepping up to assist however they can. The search has been centered around Hillsborough Street and Ridgecrest Road, with barricades set up along Bethel Church Road as crews continue looking. The FBI Columbia Division confirmed its crews arrived overnight to assist. Nearby Bethel Baptist Church has opened its doors to give search crews a place to regroup. Pastor Stephen Adams says this situation should be a reminder for parents.
Just be safe, because they're still not certain, it seems, that what's going on here in this situation. I don't know if the kid just walked away. I know it began last night about 8 o'clock. 4-year-old. I don't know if she walked away or what, but just parents, just be vigilant. Just watch those kids.
One more question for you. Again, deputies are asking the public to stay away from the search area and call 911 immediately if you see Javea. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Jartavius. The Aiken County Coroner's Office is investigating a deadly home fire. It happened early this morning on Golf Course Road in Warrenville. Deputies say a 73-year-old woman was inside at the time of the fire and died. An autopsy is scheduled to confirm her identity.
It is time now for our first check of the weather.
Here's our chief meteorologist, Jenna Petracci.
Another hot day out there as we start out with our Terry Limbert Hyundai Skyview cam here at the station. We do have a few clouds, but overall a good amount of sunshine for us today with no rain to worry about. Here's our satellite and radar. We do have some storms to the west of us, but that will not be an issue for us. We're overall in a pretty dry and hot pattern this week with current temperatures in the low to mid 90s. We're at 90 in Swainsboro, but 97 in Evans, Augusta at 93, Aiken at 92, and 96 in Saluda. So for the rest of our evening, we are going to stay in the 90s even into the 8 o'clock hour. Sunset will be at 8:41. We're keeping it mostly clear with an east wind. Winds right now are under 5 miles per hour. And when we start to see a northeast wind tomorrow, that's when we'll have that drier air filter in. Our heat index is already a little bit lower in some spots compared to yesterday, especially in our southern line counties. Feeling like 100 in Augusta, 102 in Aiken, and then the higher heat indices in the northern half of our viewing area, which is where we'll have a heat advisory for tomorrow. Wilkes and Taliaferro County under that alert for a heat index up to 103. and that'll be from noon until 8 p.m. on Thursday. Now, the entire CSRA will be feeling the heat, of course, as well, even if you're not included under that advisory. And notice the heat index does begin to rise as we approach the 4th of July on Saturday, getting up to 106 in Augusta. I'll have more details on your 4th of July forecast coming up, but back to you, Brad.
All right, thanks a lot, Jenna. Well, after nearly a month, Augusta is still waiting for new rules for data centers as work continues in earnest on that new QTS center off Gordon Highway. All the other projects, as we've told you, are on hold while commissioners wait for changes to the zoning ordinance for data centers. And they did place a 49-day moratorium on any new projects while they wait. The Development Authority, though, says this is not needed because safeguards are already there.
I don't feel the moratorium was necessary because you should have so many approval steps. You have land disturbance, you have grading, you have building, you have upfit, all approvals within the city. That's assuming you already have the proper zoning. If you don't have the proper zoning, you add that step, so there's multiple levels of approval.
You know, people telling commissioners they want to see that moratorium extended to the current data center on Gordon Highway, but they say no, that one's grandfathered in under the current regulations.
Construction on the new downtown arena is coming along on time and on budget. Kim Vickers went to that construction site and has an update.
After months of work on the infrastructure, the skyline in downtown Augusta is changing as the massive new arena begins to take shape.
We're excited. We're super excited. It's a game changer for Augusta.
Structural concrete has been completed. That's about 18,000 yards of concrete have been placed on the site so far. The structural steel superstructure is in place. That creates the frame and the support for the roof. The upper bowl and the mid bowl, which is the suite level precast seating, has been erected and complete.
Things are moving quickly now as the new arena goes up, and soon folks driving past will see even more progress.
Starting on July 15th, we're going to start the assembly of the long span roof trusses. The long span roof trusses are approximately 260 feet in length. There are 6 main trusses and a lot of support structure that goes in.
The Coliseum Authority doesn't expect the issues in the Strait of Hormuz to affect the construction cost or schedule.
We've made all our purchases for this arena. They're done. Everything's under contract, and we're moving full steam ahead. We got 150 workers on site every day.
Usry says the new arena is already having a positive impact on Augusta.
And it's been a bit of a boom for Augusta's economy already, just having a lot of these folks in town eating and staying in hotels.
Many are hoping the venue will be finished in time for 2027 graduations.
The owner has made that request, and we are trying to accommodate, and we're going to work with the city of Augusta if we can make that happen. That's a goal that we have set out for the project.
The new arena will have around 10,000 seats, making it the biggest venue in Georgia outside of Atlanta, with 500 more seats than Market Arena, which opened in Savannah in 2022. And while they can't go into details just yet, the Coliseum Authority is already working to fill it.
You know, the OVG, our management group, they're already negotiating with artists and promoters to bring in some shows that I think Augusta is going to be pretty fired up about.
Construction is on time and expected to wrap up in June or July of 2027. In Augusta, Kim Vickers, WJBF, News Channel 6.
As we continue to celebrate America's 250th, the town of McCormick is honoring our founding fathers. A big celebration today as the town hosted a roll call.
Changes to federal student loans taking effect today, affecting both current and future borrowers. Those in the SAFE plan will begin receiving 90-day notices to switch repayment options. This comes ahead of the plan's phase-out in September. New borrowers will have 2 federal repayment options, including a new repayment assistance plan.
It simplifies the repayment plan options. It's easier for students to decide which plan is going to be better for them. But on the other hand, they'll have many fewer options than they had before. And so in most cases, this is going to result in higher minimum payments than they would have had they been able to choose from a greater variety of plans.
Experts say families should focus on scholarships, grants, and lower cost options like community college before turning to private student loans.
Savannah's airport expecting about 40,000 passengers to go there between Friday and Sunday as record numbers of Americans travel for the 4th of July. Today through Monday expected to be the busiest travel days. AAA says the heaviest road congestion tomorrow through Saturday. Whether you're flying or driving, experts say arriving early, checking your car before that road trip, and just allowing extra time can help keep all your holiday plans on track.
Things happen. Traffic happens on 95. Parking is not exactly what you thought it was going to be, so it might take, a few more minutes. Just allow plenty of time.
Good advice there. Check those parking options before you go to the airport, because sometimes those spots are gone by the time you get there when it's this busy. Coming up, protecting children online.
What South Carolina leaders are doing to hold tech companies accountable. Next.
You can't always choose the weather, but you can choose your weather app. Go with the most accurate and most trusted, the Live Viper 6 mobile app. Download it today.
Next ET.
I'm from Tennessee.
Really, in part because of that.
Time with your family is sacred. I cherish the moments I spend with my wife and son every day. As a lawyer, I know how an injury can change all of that in an instant. It impacts your health, your work, your loved ones, your whole life. I'm Austin Jackson, the Augusta guy. After your accident, I'm here to help you recover and get what you deserve for your injuries so you can get back to the moments that really matter. After an accident, call Austin Jackson, the Augusta guy. 706-724-7224.
Some social media companies are facing a deadline today in South Carolina. A new law requires new guidelines to protect kids online.
Lauren Miller spoke with law enforcement and child safety advocates.
Well, investigators say constantly scrolling online can be damaging to children's mental health. It's what this new law aims to stop by taking a closer look at how their platforms affect kids. But the Greenville County Sheriff's Office says more still needs to be done. This past February, Governor Henry McMaster signed the Age-Appropriate Design Code Act into law. The Greenville County Sheriff's Office says it provides guidance for how social media companies are allowed to run their applications and advertising for young users in South Carolina. They say it applies to apps like Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. The law also restricts push notifications to minors after 10 p.m. year-round and after 3 p.m. Monday through Friday during the school year. Wednesday, July 1st, was the deadline for these apps to submit an audit to the Attorney General's office. Similar to a report card, it's a way for apps to evaluate if it's keeping children's safety in mind and is it doing enough. And the Sheriff's Office says it establishes a mechanism for the Attorney General's office to be able to contact and enforce how those applications are used within the state. Philip Clark, CEO of Just Say Something, says a law like this is important because he says social media has affected how kids interact with people.
What we're seeing is leading to increased depression and anxiety that kids are having, their own social media, and they're continuing to scroll to be able to hold conversations with others. And then we see that in the workplace as well.
And according to state law, this audit must be submitted by July 1st each year. Reporting in Greenville, Lauren Miller.
More than 100 new Georgia laws take effect on this July 1st. One of them requires training for employees at hotels to spot the signs of human trafficking. The Georgia Human Trafficking Prevention Training Act would require hotels, inns, and workers at short-term rentals to complete human trafficking awareness training. People who run shelters for survivors say this could make a big difference. One director says more than half of survivors report encountering a hotel worker at some point.
When we talk to a lot of sheriffs and people in police, they describe a very short window where traffickers and trafficking survivors can be identified. So it's essential for people who work in hotels to understand what trafficking really does look like.
Another new law taking effect today is Senate Bill 220, officially called the Putting Georgia's Patients First Act.
Hot and humid conditions with plenty of sunshine. Rain chances are very low through the 4th of July holiday, but then on Sunday and into next week, we will be in a more active weather pattern. I'll have all the details when we return.
The Live Viper 6 Skyview Network, sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai. Get the latest video in one click at WJBF.com.
Celebrate America's 250th anniversary with timeless style from Lionel Smith Limited. Follow us on social media for the latest fashions, special events, seasonal trends, and patriotic inspiration. Lionel Smith Limited.
Parting is...
As America celebrates 250 years of freedom, celebrate in style at Lionel Smith Limited. From patriotic events to summer gatherings, you'll find exceptional suits, sport coats, and those famous Smitty ties. Celebrating 50 years in downtown Aiken.
Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Welcome back. You're taking a look at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Cam in Allendale. Here's our beautiful view of some sunshine, just a few clouds, and of course hot temperatures again today. 93 degrees, feeling like 100. Dew points are still in the low 70s, and winds are calm. So around the nation, we are definitely all experiencing this heat wave. You can see a lot of 90s on our map. 97 up in Detroit, where the heat index is up to 104, 106 in Nashville. So not only is our heat index a little bit cooler here in Augusta, but they are definitely not used to a heat index up to 104 to 106 in that part of the country. So that's why there is an excessive heat warning in effect where you're seeing this pink color. Now for our area, no one is under a heat advisory today. And then tomorrow we'll just have Tolliver and Wilkes County under that advisory for a heat index up to around 103. And remember, in order to have a heat advisory in Augusta, we need that heat index up to 108. And it also needs to be for a longer period of time other than just reaching that for a few minutes like we often see on our current heat index map. Now, here's our satellite and radar. We do have this high pressure, of course, in control. That is what's locking in the heat. But that high pressure is also responsible for driving in a northeast wind tomorrow. And that'll bring in some slightly drier air. So right now, we are still feeling the air you can wear with those dew points around 70 degrees. But we will be more so just slightly uncomfortable. Not quite nice and comfy, but we will see some slightly drier air. And that drier air will work in our favor to prevent us from seeing any showers or storms over the next couple of days. So a lot of times when we have this hot and humid pattern, we have to worry about severe weather. But that will not be the case for us tonight. That threat of severe weather does include Atlanta, though, and just outside of our viewing area. And then for tomorrow, you can see a few counties included under that marginal risk. But really, I do think that drier air will work in our favor. And I'm not really forecasting any rain for us tomorrow here in the CSRA. So there's that high pressure. This is tonight at 8 o'clock. As we go through time, you'll notice some periods of cloud cover, but we're just not seeing any of that rain. Scattered showers and storms staying to our north and west near Greenville, Atlanta for our Thursday evening. Can't rule out a stray shower in, say, Wilkes, Tolliver County, but other than that, really not much going on for us. I even lowered rain chances now on Friday and Saturday, so that is great news for your 4th of July holiday plans. We're not expecting rain or storms to be an issue at all, but we do have that heat to worry about. That is not going anywhere. We do have that threat of heat stress potential really all of this week, and then especially on Saturday, which is the 4th of July, because you can see a high temperature of 99, heat index up to 106, even higher than that on Sunday. But once we get to Sunday, we will start to see a more unsettled weather pattern, rain chances going up to 30%, and then increasing to around 40 to 50% as we go into next week. So we could desperately use some more rainfall, and you can see for next week, still a bit uncertain here, but we are expecting at least a widespread 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 inch of rain. Of course, wherever we see those storms develop, we could see higher rainfall totals than that. But our high temperatures tomorrow will be in those upper 90s, 97 in Augusta tomorrow afternoon, starting out your day in the low 70s. We'll have plenty of sunshine to enjoy with winds out of the east. We have Freedom Blast over in Thompson tomorrow from 6 to 10 p.m. and it will be staying hot at night as well. Here's a look at your forecast for that. 96 at the 6 o'clock hour and then still at 92 by 8 o'clock tomorrow evening. So here's your 10-day forecast. Lots of fun events coming our way, of course. But remember to stay hydrated, stay in the shade as much as possible, wear lightweight and light-colored clothing as you celebrate the 4th of July this weekend. And then next week, you may need to switch out some of that lightweight and light-colored clothing for a rain jacket and an umbrella, as we do have those rain chances coming back.
All right, Jenna, thanks a lot. Still ahead, Team USA got to play well, facing elimination if they don't.
We'll have a preview of the match against Bosnia next.
During the Rooms to Go July 4th sale, add a pop of color to your space with Cindy Crawford Home. This stylish chaise sofa in 3 fashion colors is on sale, just $8.95. Yes, $8.95. Great style, on sale, now at Rooms to Go.
Hey Green Jackets fans, when you're at the plate, there's nothing worse than striking out without ever swinging. You gotta make the most of your chances. And after a car accident, you can't just sit back, let life throw heaters at you, and do nothing. It's just too important. I'm Austin Jackson, the Augusta guy. Call us. Let's load the bases and swing for the fences. Call Austin Jackson, the Augusta guy, the official injury lawyers of the Augusta Green Jackets. 706-724-7224.
Skin for us this half hour, but we have more coverage you can count on at 5:30.
Including extreme heat across the U.S. How you can stay safe while you celebrate this weekend after the break.
Ronnie Player here with Queen City Home Store.
Zip up your bag, come on in. New notebook stack, let it begin. Pencils ready, shoes on time. We show up big, we shine so fine. Side by side, we bring that good. Every kid gets what they should. Bag by bag, we lift you up. Bag by bag, we fill your cup. School day bright, hearts in sync. Bag by bag, we're one big team. Hey, 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 hey. Bag by bag, bag by bag.
Want free Botox? Donate blood at Shepherd Community Blood Center and earn free Botox from Southern Dermatology. Donating blood has never looked this good. Save lives, smooth lines. Botox for blood at Shepherd locations June 29th through July 3rd.
Saturday, the run to the playoffs heats up on the CW. As the NASCAR O'Reilly Series hits Chicagoland.
Burn it down, buddy.
Where every lap counts. And the pressure's on. Where NASCAR's newest superstars compete for the remaining playoff slots.
Way to fight, buddy.
And a chance at a title. The NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. Coverage begins Saturday at 4:30 on CW6.
Think you've seen everything on your favorite TV show? Hazel's sure a take charge maid.
It ain't all hors d'oeuvres and good-looking butlers, you know.
Always getting a head start on things in the Baxter household.
Hazel!
Literally. Hazel seems to run head first whenever she feels the need to rush. Maybe she was a track star in her early days. Take a closer look at Antenna TV.
Antenna TV. WJBF and our partners continue to champion local families through our Children First campaign. Together, we hope to strengthen our community by uplifting children across the CSRA. To learn more, visit WJBF.com/Children First.
Get the latest video in one click at WJBF.com. The Live 5 or 6 Skyview Network, sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai. Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 5:30.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Dee Griffin. Thanks so much for joining us. Topping today's headlines, searching for a missing toddler continues. The Aiken County Sheriff's Office says Javea Harris went missing Tuesday night. By this morning, the FBI SLED, South Carolina Highway Patrol, and other agencies were all on scene. 2 drones were also deployed to help search the area. Also, the Aiken County Coroner's Office is investigating a deadly home fire. It happened early this morning on Golf Course Road in Warrenville. Deputies say a 73-year-old woman was inside at the time of the fire and died at the scene. An autopsy is scheduled. After nearly a month, Augusta is still waiting on new rules for data centers. Work is underway on the new QTS data center off the Gordon Highway, but all other projects are on hold, waiting on changes to the zoning ordinance for data centers. Commissioners have placed a 49-day moratorium on new projects waiting for the zoning changes. We'll have more on these headlines at 6, but first, the extreme heat. More than 160 million Americans will be living under a heat dome for the next few days. It will feel like upwards of 110 degrees in some parts. ABC's Leslie Lopez has the latest.
This morning, dangerous heat threatening the nation's power grid. The Energy Department declaring an emergency for the nation's largest energy grid amid concerns over potential record demand and supply shortages. The orders allow PJM, which services 13 states and Washington, D.C., to operate at maximum output without environmental concerns as electricity demand skyrockets in the heat. Thousands of power outages already reported in Ohio. Some 160 million Americans are impacted by the dangerous heat dome expanding east.
We got some water.
In New York City, officials opening hundreds of cooling centers and deploying cooling vans to help the most vulnerable.
These are extremely dangerous conditions, and they will affect every part of our city.
Philadelphia! 4th of July celebrations affected too. In Philadelphia, where it could feel like 111 degrees Friday, the route for the city's Independence Day parade was supposed to be expanded for America's 250th, now being cut short. Other cities canceling events altogether. A life and death emergency unfolding at a gas station in Dearborn, Michigan, after a mom accidentally locked her 1-month-old baby in her car. Officers getting that baby just in time.
Now, if you are going to be heading to the beaches, try to check in with a lifeguard. Make sure that there are safe places to swim, and it's always a good idea to swim right in front of a lifeguard tower to keep yourself safe. Leslie Lopez, ABC News, Far Rockaway, New York.
And it's time now for our first look at our weather with Chief Meteorologist Jenna Petracci. And boy, oh boy, things are hot all over.
Yeah, it's definitely feeling more so like late July, early August-y. We are a little bit ahead of schedule when it comes to these temperatures in the mid to upper 90s. So each day is getting hotter. That'll be the case for tomorrow. We will have a heat advisory in effect for Wilkes and Taliaferro County for that heat index up to 103. Currently, we do not have any heat alerts across the entire CSRA. However, you still need to take this heat very seriously. You can see over the next few days, actual temperatures climbing up to 99 degrees, the heat index well into the triple digits. And right now, like I mentioned, even though we're not seeing those heat alerts, we are still seeing a heat index of 100 in Augusta, 102 in Aiken, and up to 104 in Lincolnton and Washington. Now, around the CSRA, current temperatures are in the low to mid 90s, 95 in Barnwell, 93 in Louisville. Aiken, you're sitting at 94 and 95 in Sparta. So that puts us a couple degrees above average today. Just a few clouds. We do have one shower north of I-20 near Madison, but we're keeping it dry here today. Winds are coming out of the east, and eventually we'll start to see a northeast wind tomorrow. That'll usher in some slightly drier air. However, it will still be hot. Now, right now on our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Cam over at SRP Park, they are getting ready for a hot game tonight. First pitch is going to be at 7:05 once again against the Salem Ridgejacks. We're going to be sitting in the 90s into the 8 o'clock hour. It'll be mostly clear and dry, mid-80s by 9 o'clock tonight. I'll have more details for your 4th of July weekend forecast coming up. Back to you, Dee.
All right, thanks so much. We'll see you in a few minutes. AAA is promoting safe driving after studies show fatal crashes increase this time of the year. They urge teens and other drivers to follow the rules of the road this summer and beyond. Officials say 30% of fatal crashes involving teens happen in the 100 days between Memorial Day and Labor Day. Inexperienced drivers, high speed, and phone use are the top causes of many of these crashes. Weather can also play a factor, too.
Sometimes during the summertime, we have those summer storms that roll in late afternoon and evening. Of course, as the roads get wet, that can increase the chances of a crash. It's really important to slow down, even more so, allow greater distance between you and the vehicle in front of you.
Officials remind everyone, not just teens, that no celebration is worth your life. If you are drinking, call a sober driver to help you get home safely. Teachers say artificial intelligence is shaping a technological boom in education. Teachers across the country tell ABC News they're using AI to develop lesson plans, organize data, and give students feedback on assignments. One teacher in Texas says she uses AI for nearly everything in the classroom.
Well, students want these skills. They know when they get out into the workforce, everyone's going to expect them to understand how to use AI, when not to use it as well. The part that AI won't help them with is wisdom and judgment. And we think communication skills, creativity, critical reasoning, problem solving, ethics, judgment, those skills aren't going away. In fact, they're going to get more important.
Lee Roberts adding he believes students need to focus on skills acquisition rather than training for one particular career. Starting today, millions of Americans will see changes to their federal student loans. Many borrowers will have to switch to new plans and therefore face higher monthly payments. ABC's Karen Hua is in News, New York. The new UPS special that could help the visitors from the World Cup take away their favorite American treat and the U.S. World Cup knockout matchup And new entertainment report with your favorite movies, all new and trending up next.
No surprise that it's hot outside. Here's a look at those current temperatures powered by Tempest. We are sitting in the mid-90s for the most part across the metro. You can see 93 in one part of Augusta and then 97 just to the north. Aiken County, you're seeing some mid-90s as well. Columbia County. And we do have a new member of our Live Viper 6 and Neighborhood Network. This is Jeffrey's station, Pecan Studio in Jackson, South Carolina, in Aiken County. They're sitting at 95 degrees, a light wind out of the north. Dew points are in the mid-70s, and it's feeling like 106. I'll have more details on this heat and humidity after what's trending.
July 4th, 24. Time and temperature, brought to you by your local Honda dealer.
Welcome back, everyone. It's time now for a look at what's trending. If you're a fan of animation movies, you definitely want to watch this. Andy Reesmeyer reports.
We start with this. A first look at a new movie from the animation studio behind The Minions and Despicable Me. This is Not Alone, starring Selena Gomez and Timothée Chalamet.
Take your protein pills and...
Horror movies isn't done haunting people just yet.
You only get one wish. I wish Nikki Freeman loved me more than anyone in the entire world.
That's right, many One Wish Willow requests came true, and Curry Barker's Obsession is now available to stream online. The movie follows a hopeless romantic who makes a wish to win his crush's heart. Things quickly turn dark when he realizes his dreams come with a sinister price. Barker's breakout film grossed more than $200 million globally, making it his feature's biggest movie of all time. Obsession is available to stream now on Amazon Prime Video and Apple TV. In Hollywood, with your entertainment report, I'm Andy Reesmeyer.
UPS wants to help International World Cup fans bring some ranch to their home countries. The company is now offering 20% off on packing services for European travelers. The deal runs until September 30th and is limited to one service per customer. Some international fans have gone viral obsessing over the condiment. TSA even released a warning to put any ranch bottles in their checked bag. You know, we cannot have those in the carry-on luggage, so, you know, but everybody's just going crazy over the ranch dressing, which I'm a big fan, so I get it. Well, the U.S. men's national team's ambitions of a long run at the FIFA World Cup hang. Yeah, I cannot wait to watch tonight, 8 o'clock. The U.S. goes up against Bosnia, and I know Bosnia is the underdog, and I'm really proud of them for making this far, but go Team USA, come on, we've got to do this. And I was rooting for the, you know, Congo, the Leopards, because I love their outfits and stuff, but they got defeated by the UK, so this is getting real, y'all. We got to keep watching. And the weather's getting real because it is really heating up out there, hot and humid conditions. We can't say it enough. Drink more water. Just keep drinking water because we want you to be safe. Jenna has the full forecast coming up next.
America is celebrating, and so are we. Your most watched local news is getting a big plus.
WJBF 6 Plus, built for the way you watch.
The CSRA's trusted news source, now on demand.
Live Viper 6 weather when it matters most.
Stream at any time, anywhere.
Plus, it's totally free. No subscription required.
WJBF 6 Plus is ready when you are. Download it free today on your favorite streaming device. The WJBF Live Viper 6 Skyview Network is sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai. Low prices, big selection, and committed to quality customer service. Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Welcome back. I hope you're having a nice day and staying cool. This is a look at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Cam over at Soap Creek Marina. A mix of sun and clouds for us today. And you know the drill. It is hot again. We're at 93 degrees, feeling like the triple digits out there with dew points in the lower 70s. Our sunset will be at 8:41. Now let's take a look across the nation. We have so so many 90s on our map. 97 up in Detroit, where it's feeling like 104. 106 is that heat index in Nashville. So not only is that heat index higher than it is here in Augusta, but they're also not used to temperatures that hot. So that's why we do have an excessive heat warning in effect for parts of the Midwest down to Tennessee and even North Alabama. Now, we are not under any heat alerts for us today, but we do have a heat advisory for Wilkes and Tolliver County tomorrow from noon to 8 p.m. And that'll be for the heat index up to 103. Now, here's the high pressure that is locking in the heat. This is a heat dome. We also often refer to that in the summertime. But this high pressure is also working in our favor to drive in some slightly not cooler, but drier air. And when we're talking drier air, that means at least the heat index won't be quite as oppressive for our Thursday. So we'll notice that tomorrow. You can see we're going from the air you can wear with dew points in the 70s down to dew points in the 60s tomorrow. So it'll still be slightly uncomfortable, you could say, but at least we will see a little bit of that drier air, which will also help prevent us from seeing rain or thunderstorms. The severe weather outlook is to our west tomorrow or today, and then it's also to our west tomorrow. Now, a few counties are included under a marginal level 1 risk of severe weather, and we can't rule out a stray storm in those counties. However, as you see on our future cast, we're really not expecting any rain. So here's tonight at 8 o'clock. There's that heat dome. A few clouds tomorrow morning, but overall a good amount of sunshine. And by Thursday evening, those storms will be around Greenville, Atlanta, but should be staying just to our north and west. So I'm not concerned about that severe weather threat tomorrow. As we go into our Friday, we're also going to be dry, and 4th of July on Saturday looks great as well. So we don't have to worry about severe weather for the holiday weekend, but we do have that threat of heat stress, similar to what we have now, but it is going to heat up a little bit as that high pressure drives in more of a southerly wind, increasing our dew points and making it feel like the triple digits again. So 107 for your Sunday, as that feels like temperature. And the actual air temperatures this weekend will be in the upper 90s. We're also going to introduce a 30% chance of showers and storms on Sunday. Rain chances increase as we go into next week. So by next week, we could end up seeing up to around a ½ inch of rain. Of course, some spots that see storms will have even more rain than that. And those current temperatures tomorrow, once again, we're going to be sitting in the mid to upper 90s. Your day planner showing low 70s in the morning and then mid to upper 90s as we get into the afternoon. So stay hydrated tomorrow, and remember to those heat safety tips as we go into next week as well. Those high temperatures are staying hot in the 90s, and we will have those higher rain chances next week as well. Back to you, Dee.
All right, thanks so much. This Fort Worth Zoo has double the cuteness today. We'll have this story up next.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. When people hear $30 billion recovered, it sounds huge, and it is. But it's not just about the money. It's about the single mom who kept her home, the dad who got his dignity back, the family who didn't have to start over. That's what those billions mean to me. Nobody is a nobody, and everybody needs a somebody. Let us be your somebody. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.com.
Whether you're seen on the weather, it seems like it's always changing. That's why Live Viper 6 is always there. From cloudy days and rainy nights to scorching heat and everything in between, the CSRA's most trusted weather team is always working for you.
It is a Viper 6 alert day as we track severe weather.
So when the weather changes, always stay prepared. Anywhere, anytime. The Live Viper 6 weather team is coverage you can count on for the entire CSRA.
For years, WJBF News Channel 6 and our partners have championed local families through our Children First campaign. Together, our mission has been to strengthen our community by uplifting children and their families across the CSRA. Count on News Channel 6 as we make a difference in the lives of local children. To learn more, visit WJBF.com/childrenfirst. WJBF News Channel 6's Children First is sponsored by Bridgestone. Your most watched local news is getting a big plus. WJBF 6 Plus, now on demand. Whether you have Apple TV, Roku, Fire TV, or Samsung TV Plus, our new streaming app is easy to download for your television. Plus, it's totally free with no subscription required. WJBF 6 Plus, built for the way you watch. WJBF 6 Plus is brought to you by the Mike Costello Law Firm. Do yourself a favor. Call the Mike Costello Law Firm.
The CSRA's favorite news app is now even better with easier access to local news, weather, and live streaming video. Download the News Channel 6 mobile app.
Welcome back. 2 weeks ago, the Fort Worth Zoo welcomed a female giraffe calf, and then the next evening, they welcomed a second female calf born just 13 days apart. And the girls share the same father, Apollo, but have different mothers. Kayla welcomed the first calf, which has been named Kumi, and Asacia welcomed the newest little one, no name yet. After spending time bonding with their mothers, the baby giraffes are now exploring the habitat with the rest of the herd. How cute. Baby one right there over her head, and then baby two right there, as you can see. How cute. So they're siblings. And that's it for this half hour, but we have more coming up next at 6, including the search for an Aiken missing toddler continues. The Aiken County Sheriff's Office says Javea Harris disappeared on Tuesday evening. We'll have the latest on the search coming up next with Brad and Jenny.
WJBF 6 Plus. Download it free today. The News Channel 6 mobile app is now even better. Download it today.
Don't snooze on Ashley's Stars and Stripes.
The winner isn't the fastest, the strongest, or even the toughest. It's the one who refuses to lose.
Big hit of life. Fitness to sabotage. No fantasy. No fantasy. There's the shot. Big hit of life. He's the greatest. CW. For your lunches. Man, does it feel good. Big hit of life.
The CSRA is full of amazing women. Women who inspire. Women who innovate. Women who lead. That's why News Channel 6 brings you Women to Watch.
On the last Wednesday of each month, News Channel 6 recognizes local businesswomen who are making a positive impact in our community.
Nominate someone today at WJBF.com. Sponsored by the Barnes Law Office. Giving your best on News Channel 6. Amazing people doing amazing things for our community. That's what Giving Your Best represents. Everyday heroes making a difference right here in the CSRA.
Do you know a local volunteer who goes the extra mile to help others? Nominate them for the Giving Your Best Award at WJBF.com/GYD.
Giving Your Best on News Channel 6. Proudly sponsored by ScienceGo, Piedmont Augusta, and Security Federal Bank.
Hi, I'm Mary Morrison with this